Hello everybody, this is RJ here. This is Push Airlines. Welcome back to another video of Air Hauler 2. And if you haven't seen my previous video, do check it out. I flew a bunch of furniture um, from Sonoma County, California to Livermore Municipal Airport. And today we are going to be flying back to Sonoma County from Livermore. And I already have a job signed up. It's seafood that I'm carrying, 710 pounds, which is fairly low. And I'm going to utilize this to fill up my fuel tank to full and flight from there. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Once again, guys, if you guys don't know me, I'm Push Aviation, or I have a channel called Push Aviation, which is my main channel where I upload mainly Prepare 3D videos. And in this channel, my main intention is to upload Air Hauler 2 videos only. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, requests, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you guys find this video useful, informative, like the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and that will help support the channel. And that being said, guys, let's go ahead and fly this route. We still have 2 days and 23 hours, 23 hours and 3 minutes remaining. Really, I'm not going to wait for that, but instead just perform that flight here today. So let me go ahead and fly that one. So, okay, and I'm going to load pretty much all of it. And I'm going to fill up my fuel tank as well because the load is pretty minimal, so I can pretty much take a full load of fuel. So I'm going to do that as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to see you guys in just a minute while my flight simulator loads up. Hello, everybody. Welcome on board Push Airlines. And today, once again, we are going to be departing from Livermore Airport. I'll be flying directly to Sonoma County Airport. We do have full fuel tank on board, and we have 710 pounds of cargo on board as well. And it's a fairly short flight. Distance is approximately 68 nautical miles, a little over 68 nautical miles. But conditions in Livermore is 16th 0053 Zulu, wind 290 at 16 knots, visibility is 10 miles, clear clouds, temperature 19, dew point 13, altimeter 2971. And as we arrive into Sonoma County, we're expecting winds to be on a direction of 170 degrees at 10 knots and 7 miles visibility, clear clouds, temperature is 22, dew point is 17, altimeter 2963, and there's a little bit of low pressure system, so we can expect a little bit of hazy weather, a little bit of turbulence as we proceed through the mountains and things of that nature. But what we're going to do today is we are going to do a right downwind departure. Now, a lot of pilots do something called as a right crosswind departure. It is absolutely okay to do it, but a professional way to do it is to depart either straight out or do a downwind departure. Now, with a downwind departure, what we'll do is we'll fly runway heading, turn right crosswind. In this case, we're going to turn left crosswind and left downwind, and then depart midfield. So you either depart 45 degrees to the 45 degrees to the right if you're going, in this case, if you're going southbound, and in case if you're going northbound or westbound, then you want to go over the midfield. So that's what we're going to do. And till we get out of the traffic pattern, we will maintain the traffic pattern altitude, which is in this case 1400 feet. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, requests, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you guys find this video knowledgeable, useful, informative, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please hit that subscribe button and that will help support the channel. Now, we have just arrived to Livermore just a few hours ago. Really, I don't know if I need to do the run up or not, but in real world I would, but in this case, just in the interest of time, I'm not gonna do the run up, but I'm instead just gonna head out. So let's jump into the cockpit and get this beautiful aircraft set up. All right, so the first thing is, oops. Let me make sure I remove these two control or the yokes here. and turn these two off. All right. Anyway, the battery is in the off position, avionics master switch is in the off position, parking brake is set, cowl flaps is open, propeller RPM is high, mixture and thrust levers are in the cutoff position or in the idle position. Circuit breakers on the side, left-hand side wall and the right-hand side is just fine. Landing gear lever is down, and today we are going to use right tank. Since we have a full tank, it really doesn't matter which tank we choose. So I'm going to use the right tank today to start, and then pretty much I'm going to remain on the right tank because the distance of the flight is so short that we're barely going to use any fuel. So, all right. So that being said, the battery comes on, alternator comes on. We can turn on the navigation light, beacon light comes on, hydraulic pump comes on. Let's go ahead and advance the mixture rich. And now let's look at the fuel flow here. As I'm advancing the throttle, the fuel flow increases. The maximum you can have is 13 gallons per hour with thrust set to 100%. And we have 12.5, so that's good. So let's go back here. Mixture cut off, auxiliary pump off, throttle to idle, throttle open 1/4 of an inch. And at this point, we are ready for starting the engine. So let's go ahead and shout out clear prop. Clear prop! Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and start the engine, guys. So to do that, I'm gonna start the engine while I advance the mixture. Ignition to start. And the mixture goes up. There we go. And there we have a successful clean start. Alright, the next thing is avionics is okay to come on at this point of time. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the GPSs, and I'm gonna reduce the RPM now to 1000 RPM. That should be good. And I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting down mixture slowly till I see a drop in the RPM. There's a drop. So what I'll do is I'll increase the mixture just a little bit and call it good. So we have a good lean mixture right there. So that's perfect. So I'm not going to be using ATC in this video simply because of a lot of variables. I have some problems with networking with Vox ATC. So it's really not, there's no point in using it. So airspeed is indicating 0, miniature plane level and erect. Altimeter is 296 something. What is it? 2971. 2971 is the altimeter. So let me go zoom in here. 2971 is the altimeter, and the airport elevation is 400 feet, 399.9 feet. So it's 400 feet. Which is pretty good. So altimeter is set 75 feet within field elevation, vertical speed is 0, and we are going to be departing using runway 25 right today. So I'm just going to put the runway heading in here, 25 right, and turn coordinator ball at center, miniature plane level erect, suction gauge is in green, and engine instruments, both the oil pressure, oil temperature in green, exhaust gas temperature and CHD coming up, fuel flow is good. Alright guys, so it's time to release parking brakes, turn on the taxi lights, and we are ready to taxi. Parking brakes is released, so I'm gonna make a complete 180 right here. I'm gonna go on taxiway. I'm gonna take this right here. Alright guys, so using runway 25 left, the shorter runway for departure. So actually my previous video I referred to this runway as 25 right. For some reason I was thinking that side is 25 right, but it's not. I'm sorry about that. As you can see, the windsock is pretty solid here. We're getting some good nice crosswinds as we depart. Um, But anyway, we are ready for departure, so let's go ahead and set up the aircraft here. Landing light comes on, taxi light is off, strobe light comes on, mixture is rich, transponder 1200 is the squawk since we are flying VFR. Oops. What is going on here? There we go. Altitude timer started and we are ready to go. So parking brakes released. And let's utilize every bit of runway that is available for us. Alright guys, so that's where I'm gonna stop. And mixture is rich, propeller RPM is high, the cull flaps is down, and we are ready for takeoff. So let's go ahead and start slowly apply power all the way forward. Airspeed is alive, suction gauge is in green, exhaust gas temperature and CHT is in green, and oil pressure, oil temperature in green as well. We got 75 knots, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. I'm gonna try and hold 100 knots. And continue flying till you reach an altitude of 800 feet. Or, I'm sorry, 1,000 feet. There we have 1,000 feet. Yaw damper comes on, autopilot comes on, heading hold, and altitude to 1,400 feet. And what we'll do is we can start our left turn to a heading of 145, and the airspeed can increase up to 140 knots, and then we'll start powering down a little bit. We can get our RPM to 2,500 RPM. Why is my altitude increasing? Alright, anyway, so I don't know why it increased, but let's go to a heading of 070. There is the altitude decreasing, but anyway, you want to remain in the traffic pattern altitude. Our airspeed is coming up well, so I'm gonna go ahead and use 2,100 RPM just so I can maintain that airspeed a little bit. Alright guys, so let's go take a look at the airport. So we are passing midfield about now. So what I will do is I'll go ahead and start my turn to the left to the heading of 340. I'm going to hold that altitude for a little bit more time, and I'll tell you when to start climbing again. 300 would be a good heading to hold. Excuse me. And as you can see, we are passing through midfield. Now what we are going to do is we're going to hold this altitude for 1 minute exactly. Let's increase our RPM to 22. Gonna go ahead and turn off the landing lights. Alright guys, so we are in the clear, so what we'll do is we'll continue our climb now to 4,500 feet, and let's increase the manifold pressure all the way up. Guys, remember when we reach 3,000 feet, we have to start cutting down our mixture a little bit, and then we monitor every 500 feet or 1,000 feet, in fact. Just monitor the RPM. So at this point you can actually type into the GPS. Our GPS is telling to maintain a course of 303 degrees, which I'm gonna maintain 300 right now. But 303 degrees is a course I need to maintain according to the GPS. And we are 63 nautical miles out. We want to try and stay clear of that cloud, because there is a rule that we need to be 1,000 feet above, 500 feet below, and 2,000 feet a horizontal distance from a cloud. So we want to try and stay above that altitude as much as possible, especially with those clouds coming in. $3,500 feet coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the mixture a little bit. There it is, 22,500 RPM. I'm gonna leave my mixture setting there for now. And you should be burning about, after you finish your climb, you should be burning about 13 gallons per hour. So we're gonna set our mixture so we're burning about 13 gallons per hour, or approximately that. $500 feet to go. we should have Concord Airport on site, and as you can see here at our 1 o'clock position, there is Concord Airport right there. So that's good. 100 feet to go, 140 feet to go. $4,500 feet in the view, and I'm gonna keep my RPM high and at 2,500 RPM and manifold pressure at 25 inches, simply because I want to get there fast. So really, that's the best way to do. And if I'm going to use Concord Airport as an emergency in case if I have any issues at this given point of time. And in fact, what I will do is I'm going to turn right a little bit more as I proceed. Actually, I'm just going to maintain this heading. Looks like we're going to be below that cloud layer, so shouldn't be a problem. Maybe we can expect a little bit of downdrafts, possibly. Alright guys, so this is, I believe that is Lake Chabot, but no, it's not Lake Chabot. This one is the San Pablo Reservoir. Lake Chabot should be a little bit more to the left here somewhere. That's Oakland downtown. Yeah, that's not Lake Chabot. This is San Pablo Reservoir. As you guys can see here, this is the 680 bridge, and the Highway 80 bridge is Interstate 80 bridge is coming soon. It's probably around here somewhere. We're really good as far as airspeed is concerned because we need to make sure that we don't exceed 165 knots or just get into that caution range. That's all we need to do. Looks like we're gonna go right through the clouds or just skim the top of it a little bit, but in a real VFR flight you shouldn't be doing that, but just in the interest of time I really don't want to go around it, so just decided to do that. Alright, so I see the Interstate 80 bridge, so we are good, and we want to skirt this coastal area right here, just so and you should be able to see the Sonoma Springs Airport. Or Sonoma Sky Park, sorry. Guys, in a real VFR flight, you should never be in a situation like that, but you know, the clouds are not too bad. We're just skimming off the top surface of the clouds, so it's not really a problem. But anyway, I'm okay to descend down to 2,500 feet at this point in time. And I'm gonna keep my eyes on the on the airspeed, so I'm gonna reduce the throttle down to 2,000 RPM. And I'm also gonna turn on the P-Road probe heat and the prop de-ice just for a few minutes, just to make sure that there's no icing. The temperatures are not sub-zero temperatures, so there is not going to be, but just to be safe than sorry. Alright guys, we are at 165 knots, so I'm gonna reduce by another 2 inches of mercury, so to 19 inches of mercury. So let's see if manifold pressure to 19, so hopefully this will work out for the benefit. But alright guys, mixture is rich. Sonoma Sky Park should be on our right hand side. Alright, I see it right here, Sonoma Sky Park, so that's good. And that's where Sonoma County is. So basically, that's not Sonoma County, but that's Pleasant Grove. But anyway, what we can do is we can fly towards that airport right now. And that'll get us straight into the approach for runway 32. And depending on the wind, we may be looking at an approach on runway. Actually, 14 would be a lot better, so we have to do a left traffic pattern entry, so that's fine. So basically, we do a left 45 entry onto runway 14. Alright, I'm gonna start my turn to the right to a heading of 320. I'm gonna maintain this heading till so stay clear of that mountains too. So just a little bit off to the left. You can also go ahead and close the cowl flaps. I don't need that. Alright, you guys, we should have the airport in sight pretty soon. It should be at our 11 o'clock approximately, but we should have the airport in sight. Gonna turn right a little bit. Visibility is going down, but anyway, we're at a lower altitude. That's just fine. The fog layer is coming in. The airport should be on our left-hand side anytime soon. So this is Santa Rosa. So that's the junction that we crossed in the yesterday's video, if you have seen it. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter a 45-degree angle to the airport, and maintaining this heading would do it. I mean, we're still going to have to make some corrections, but this is Highway 101, so let's keep visual on that. Very important at this point in time, especially when the visibility is reduced a little bit. Turn with the freeway just a little bit here. Should have the airport pretty soon in sight, somewhere around there. Now, once we cross this road here, these two intersections, I'm gonna kind of fly parallel, kind of like an angle, and start descending down to 1100 feet. Throttle comes down to 2000 RPM. I'm gonna start turning to the left, to heading off west. And the airport is right over there. So you need to be at a 45-degree angle. So a little bit more to the left. There's a tower. I'm at a 45-degree angle now. What I will do is now turn right to a heading of 320. Which will get us on the downwind leg. Flying the downwind leg, so I'm gonna reduce the throttle to 1500 RPM to reduce that airspeed a little bit. Don't worry about the warning, guys. Under 140 knots we can go drop the gear. $140 knots. Under, gear down. That's pretty good. I'm going to continue to maintain a little bit of an airspeed, higher than 120 knots. 1 notch of flaps can come down. And I'm gonna disconnect the autopilot and fly it manually. So I got myself into a very tight spot, so I'm just gonna continue the turn to final. Oops. This is one of the most screwed up approaches ever. I just screwed it up big time. But anyway, it's all about recovering it, so. There we go. Okay, I screwed up the approach pretty badly, but anyway, that's exactly what you're not supposed to do. Especially in visibility like this, but that's fine. Final flaps. Come in nice and steep. Reduce the power. We should be at around 80 knots at this point in time, or maintaining 80 knots. So we're 10 knots higher, and let's slow it down. Slow down the aircraft as best as we can. There we go, 85 knots.
500.
Maintain that airspeed. Passing the middle marker.
Minimums.
Under 85 knots, so that's pretty good. That's a good landing. Anyway, that's pretty good. So flaps up. And we're ready to taxi back. That's it, you guys. So let me go ahead here really quickly. Make sure everything looks good. It does. We can turn on the taxi lights off. Landing lights are already off. Strobe lights can come off. And we can get off this exit here real quick. I'm gonna stop here for a second. Really quickly, let me see. Taxi lights are on, strobe lights, navigation light is on. That's all good. And mixture can be leaned. There's a drop. Mixture can be leaned. Altitude is no longer required. Time can stop. That's it. So let's go ahead and park the aircraft. I'm gonna take Zulu, which is the next one. Taxiing a little too fast at 22 knots. That's too bad. So what I'll do is brake a little bit first of all. That's actually taxiway Kilo up ahead of us, but I don't know why they haven't represented it right. So I'll take a left here. I'll take a right now. And now take the right again here on Juliet. It says Alpha. Alpha is only to the left. Right side is Juliet, by the way. Alright, you guys, so I'm gonna park over here, which is our standard parking, but anyway, let's go ahead set parking brakes, avionics off, mixture cut off, and we can open up the cowl flaps. Taxi light can come off, beacon is off, navigation lights off, alternator is off, ignition to off, and battery to off. That's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. Let me go ahead and unload the cargo at this point in time. Oops, there we go. Oops, wrong one. Let's see, unload cargo, job completed, okay, finish flight monitoring, okay, and let's take a look at our company information. Now, if you look at the info, our reputation has gone up to 23% now, and our overall reputation has gone up to 21.17. As far as the finance is concerned, we have an added $15,000, which brings our total to $282,737.07. If you look at the ledger here, we have 15,262 added and 6,745 added for this specific load. So $32.98 is a landing fee as we're coming back to our base, and this brings our total time to 2 hours and 38 minutes with one greaser, one okay, one smooth, one okay, and one more greaser landing. So um, all on Bonanza. It's really cool, and building some hours. We need 10 hours to um, get the private pilot license. So I'm hoping it's not going to take too much time. But other than that, let's go ahead and take a look at the availability of jobs for the future. And as you can see, we got some good loads here. Seafood, 1,191 pounds. That is perfect. To L52. That's a long flight. So it's 230 nautical miles. So that's gonna be a little bit difficult to fly given the weight and the fuel that we need. Um, but there is also this one, the weight is too much. Distance is pretty good, but the weight is too much. Let's see what else we got. 1,094 pounds, and that's gonna take us north of Yuba. Not a good idea to go there. Actually, I think I should go near Los Angeles area. I think taking this load would not be a bad idea. Let me take a look at it here. So it is an actual airport. So that won't be a bad idea, actually. Let me take a look at the details of the airport a little bit in a second. L52. So it's right off the beach. It's gonna be pretty good, yeah. So it does look like a concrete or asphalt runway, so this wouldn't be a bad idea to fly into an airport like this. Yeah, the runway numbers are going to be 29er and 11. Yeah, perfect. So actually, I think I'm gonna do this load next. Going near Los Angeles area, stay there for a little bit and perform some loads. We got 1 day, 21 hours and 43 minutes left. So really, I'm not going to focus too much time on this as of today. I'm not going to fly this, but I'll certainly fly this tomorrow. So I'll post this video tomorrow, you guys. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. You learned what not to do, especially with the approach today. It was kind of a little weird, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video.